Hello and welcome. Welcome to TEST, the expert system for thermodynamics. TEST is a comprehensive thermodynamic portal. It is designed to be a lifelong learning tool for students, educators, and professionals alike. In this short video, I will walk you through some of the important modules of TEST. Instead of making this into a giant long video, I've broken it into smaller chunks. So based on what is your interest, you can take a look at different modules. For instance, here is the shorter video on table modules. Here is how to log in to TEST, etc. To log in to TEST, the portal is thermofluids.net. You come here. But to make sure that you always have the latest version of TEST, what you are seeing, because these days browsers kind of cache a lot of code so that it appears faster. I'm using Firefox here, but most browsers, you will find that there's an option on the right-hand side. You can go to the privacy tab, and essentially what you want to clean up the history or the clear your recent history, and that will take care of and reload the page, and then you get the latest test code. To create an account takes just 5 minutes, and once you create an account, you'll get it. You'll be still in an evaluation mode. From guest mode, you'll go to evaluation mode, and then if you decide to subscribe test, you can go to my account, and it leads you to some kind of license. You can get an academic license or a professional license based on your interest. And the whole process takes just 10 minutes maximum. Once you have a license, you can log in. I'm logging here as a student. And I'll walk you through some of test modules. So let's start with the property module. Here you see a bunch of tables. Essentially, you find properties here, and most pages are organized like this. There are tabs on top, and the discussion tab, you can put a comment, write a comment if you find a mistake or you have any comments. And the examples, hands-on example pages, we are still building up the library. There will be more videos in most of the examples that you see, short videos. Anyway, so going back to the table modules, you essentially just click on a table, it appears, and you can launch a calculator, and the calculator will appear on top and the table at the bottom. So you can interpolate and verify your interpolation by calculating the exact numbers. Again, more on this module can be found in the tables module video. The animations module has organized into 16 different chapters. They're meant to visualize thermal systems and thermodynamic phenomena. This organization of this entire website, by the way, is in accordance with the organization of the textbook that has been published by Pearson. The book is called Thermodynamics: An Interactive Approach. It's available from Amazon or campus bookstores. And it refers to this website, this portal, everywhere, not just animations module, but all other modules. So just to give an idea, for instance, you can go to gas turbine and take a look at, say, how a different gas turbine works, say a regeneration cycle, how it works. It relates TS diagram to the schematic of a gas turbine. Or, for instance, in complex things such as, for instance, how the turbojet works. So again, more on the animations can be found in the animation video. While the animations are only for visualizing system, the interactives module go a step further. So, for instance, going back to the gas turbine, this was the this is kind of like an animation only here. It's a relevant animation page. But if you go to the interactive page, you will find the same animations. Now you can assign properties to different states. And one doesn't have to have a deep understanding of the system to appreciate an interactive, because all the numbers, yellow values are input field and green are the output fields, and they have been already the numbers there, the default numbers are already for a typical gas turbine. So all one has to do is to click the calculate button and all these outputs are calculated. But more interestingly, one can go and do a parametric study, which essentially tells them kind of like a what if scenario. Here is a pressure ratio study on the gas turbine. And once the calculation is done, it's automatically plotted, and one can appreciate, for instance, how, in this case, how overall efficiency varies with the pressure ratio. One could change that and say, okay, how the compressor work changes with the pressure ratio. The test calcs is the heart of test. It's a bunch of thermodynamic calculators organized in a very logical manner, just like you will simplify a system. In the same way, the test calcs are organized. Again, there'll be almost a 10-minute video on that section, on the test calcs alone, because it's so important. But I just wanted to draw your attention that in case you're familiar with the original test calcs written in Java, for instance, let me just launch any test calc. Let's say this is a system state test calc that calculates system properties. Perfect gas model is being used. Again, the familiar hands-on example page, a discussion page where you can report a bug or your request for the next feature in test, and that's how test builds up. And you see that this was the old, the Java-based test calc, and it doesn't work on every browser now. Only works in Safari and older version of Firefox and Internet Explorer. And we have been converting them into the HTML5 based test calc. Look how fast it got loaded, almost instantly. They have the very similar capability. You just click on instead of just a checkbox, you can turn it on by clicking anywhere in the value field also, any property. And the calculations proceed the same way. The I/O panel, on the other hand, for the test apps, for the HTML5 version, is much more powerful. Here you can write almost a computer program using the state properties. I don't want to go further here because I have more information on the test calc module video. The problems module is more than just end of the chapter problems. For instance, if you go to gas turbine chapter, you not only see the schematics, but they're integrated. The schematics, if you click on the schematic, you see the animation of the particular schematic. In other words, and then click on the schematic again, it goes back there. If you click on the problem number, you will see not only a form where you can submit the solution and check if you got it right, but it will give you what is known as a progress report, and also each problem is connected to the outcome. Just like I showed you, the cross connection between different modules, there is a discuss button where one can go and discuss the problem with other students or the moderator. Similarly, the solution link will work for professional users and whoever are given the permission to use them, but generally the manual solution is not available to everybody for obvious reason. The forum is nothing but the discussion of every different topic put together. This is like one-stop discussion place on any topic. And there's a topic called About Test, where many people generally write to me about what are the features they want. And I keep posting them here. So please feel free to come to About Test and put your own comment if you really enjoy test. Thank you for listening, and visit the particular section videos whenever you need to use one of those.